Well, good evening. Hi there. How are you doing? This is Anna Stropnik coming to you live from Fort Lauderdale. Happy Sunday. I hope you had a fun weekend. And let's see, who do we have on watching. Type in where you're watching this from. That would be awesome. I would love to say hi to you. So today my question for you, do you sometimes feel like you just want to quit, give up, it's too hard, it's taking too long, you just have no motivation to keep going? So if this is you, type in one down below. Hi Thomas, how are you? Type in one down below if this is you, and hopefully this live will help you out. So if this is the first time you're ever watching any of my live videos, my name is Anna Stropnik, and I help people create side stream of income working from home in health and wellness, and I also help them create their time and financial freedom. First news flash. Everyone is feeling like that every once in a while. Like you may have been rejected, you may have just had a bad day, like a bad situation happened to you. So everyone is going to feel like that from Fort Lauderdale. How about yourself? So everybody's going to feel that way sometimes. How do we control that? The thing that you need to learn how to control is how you react to those situations. That's something that we need to master, that we need to learn how to do. So all of those rejections, fears, uncertainty, impatience is something that we put up on ourselves first. So just my tips, you need to always remember why you started on your journey, why you started what you're doing. What was that one thing that you wanted to change in your life that got you motivated in the first place? What is it? The second most important thing is how does it feel like once you accomplish that? How does it feel like? What is your vision for yourself? How are you getting yourself out of that situation? Where do you see yourself in future? So those two things are like super, super important to remember every time you feel this way. So when you feel like when you don't feel like doing live, when you don't feel like picking up the phone, sending messages, just do it anyway. That vision, that why, should be there to just keep you going and just to make you do it anyway. I'm on a 90-day challenge where one of the things that I do is doing a live every single day. And I do it, and I don't ask myself, do I feel like it's today, or I don't feel like it. I just do it anyway. And I feel great about it, because I would feel... I would not feel so good if I did not keep my word that I said that I would do. So it's on my list. I have to do a live video every single day for the next 90 days. So hopefully, there's going to be one person who this video is going to inspire, and that's great. Then that will be much better than you procrastinating and not doing and putting things off and just giving up on certain things, because you just never know when is that breakthrough moment going to happen. And until then, you just have to keep going. You just have to keep being strong. So another tip that I have for you, hopefully this was helpful so far. Type in number 2 below if this was helpful, and I would love to give you another tip now. So my tip number 2 is to listen to your self-talk. So when you talk to people, do you appear weak or strong? Now be honest with yourself, listen to your words when you're talking about your business, when you're talking about your opportunity, when you're talking about things that you want to accomplish. Are you like super confident and strong about it, or you come across weak and not so confident? So those are like some of the things that you need to be looking for, and hopefully like changing around. So next time you talk to somebody, that you have that posture, that you have that confidence, because that's all reflecting. If we position ourselves as weaker, as just not having that posture and strength, we are not going to be having results. So it's really, really our game with ourselves. We need to pick ourselves up and get our act together and really be strong and positive about what we represent and what we are and who we are. So don't fall in a trap of just wishing, wishing, or it will take time for something to happen, but then it never happens. You just like stay on the same level for years and years and years, and you're just watching other people, rank advancing and getting like to where you once wanted to be, but you're just, giving yourselves excuses that it just takes too long, and you're just basically wishing. Wishing is never going to get you where you want to go. It's the action, you need to be acting up on it, and like not wishing, because wishing is just going to keep you still. So to achieve your dreams, you really need to be acting up on it at the same time as well. I know this is hard. I know this is like sometimes like maybe it's something that you probably needed to hear, because lots of people fall into this trap, and after months, after years, after few years, after few years, they decide, I'm just not like good for this. I'm just like basically gonna give up on this, and just be all negative about it too. But it's really not everybody else. It's not the company, it's not the system, it's not the business model. It's really about you. So I'm not saying it's easy, it's really hard, but you need to learn to master the game of controlling yourself on how you perceive things and how you come across as well. So you need to be very, very clear of what you want. How does that look like? How does that feel like? Visualize that every single day, and I promise you it will happen. I just was like, my phone was like, I don't know, this phone is always like telling me that there's not enough memory, so I have to go and delete like certain videos and pictures, and I don't know, like I never had that problem with my other phones. But anyway, I stumbled across a video that I because I used to like create audios for myself, and then I would like repeat and listen, and so this was like back in March when I created this audio, and it was mainly for me to listen for like 21 days every night before I go to sleep, in order to manifest that. And I would always think, it's gonna be like straight away. I'm just going to like, visualize it and it's gonna happen straight away. But I went and listened to it, and that was like back in March. And everything that I said in that video is now true. It's now happening. It's now a reality. So don't ever think, it's just not going to work out. Your dreams are not worth it. They're never going to happen. They really will. So everything that you have right now, I always repeat that, everything that you have right now, it's something that you wished before that you will have. So trust that instinct, trust yourself. All of these things will work out. So another thing that is important is when you are completely focused in achieving your goals, it's really important to kind of burn your bridges, to burn your ships. There's no way back. So if you go in like that, there's nothing to go back to, that you have to do this or die. When you have that mentality, for sure it's going to happen. So it may take like longer, it may take shorter. It just depends. When you're ready, you will receive it, but you will receive it. So it's always good to like not set yourself, oh, I have a plan B, I have a backup plan, because if you stay in that security, you will never be able to like jump out of that comfort zone and just really go for it. So when you have that attitude, everything will shift and everything will change. So another thing that I find quite fascinating is how our mind works. And every time you're forcing a change, you're forcing that, like getting out of that comfort zone, out of something that you already know, and you're like familiar with, and learning and trying to achieve something new, you will always have like rejection. You will have like your mind telling you, you know, oh no, you know, like giving you excuses why not to do certain things. So be aware of that and just do it, you know, like be aware when your mind is telling you not to do something. You just gotta do it, you know, listen to that gut instinct and just go for it. So hopefully this was helpful. If you know of anyone who would benefit from this, feel free to share it. I hope you all had a great weekend and have a great night, and I will see you tomorrow. Bye.